A cloudy look at Pacific Beach there. Welcome back. COPLine offers a confidential 24-hour hotline that provides assistance with various psychosocial stressors that impact a significant number of law enforcement officers and their families. And every year, New Year's Eve, they host a 5K run to help raise awareness. But here to talk more about it is a 19-year veteran of the force, a former police officer and narcotics detective, Michael C. Koch. Michael, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we're so excited to learn more just about COPLine. So give kind of people maybe a brief from your perspective of what the work they do and how big of a difference they're making.
You bet. Well, COPLine is a confidential hotline, the only confidential hotline for police officers in the country. And COPLine is dedicated in serving police officers and their families with 24/7 peer-supported, trained call takers in crisis intervention or any kind of stretchers that they are looking for. The call takers are all retired police officers.
Wow.
And they're all volunteers. And they are required, after they're vetted and selected, they're required to go into a 40-hour training that's mandatory. And they're from all around the country, and they're there to listen to the officers, unless, of course, they want any other further assistance, and they have great referrals for that, too.
Absolutely, because this is something, too, as a veteran of the force, this is something very special to you, but also there's kind of a step further with your story. Kind of tell your connection with COPLine, why it makes it, why it's so special to you personally.
Okay. Well, I was a cop for 19 years. In the last 10 years, I was an undercover narcotics detective. And during my career, you know, the safety that you need to have out there, you can't show emotion. You have to take care of the scene. You have to go home safe, take care of it. But what it does inside of you, if you keep it shoved down and stuffed away, it could affect you. So unhealthy coping mechanisms would be drinking alcohol, which is really accepted. And that's where I went into. And then I went into taking painkillers, Vicodin, and that pretty much destroyed my career. Now, during that time, before it got to that point, I didn't feel that it was safe to ask for help. The stigma against you know, with mental health illnesses among first responders is really thick. So I didn't feel like, I thought it was a sign of weakness if I was to ask for help. And I found out it was really a sign of a strength. So reaching out, once I did lose my career, I got into recovery. Up until this point right now, I'm still going with it.
Wow.
And that's my personal recovery program. During the first year, 2 years, I worked on myself, and then I started working in the field of mental health disorders and addiction. And I work specifically with first responders.
So you see firsthand where this kind of contribution, where people giving back and being able to support this, what it does for someone who is struggling. And you're doing an event. It stuck out to me on New Year's Eve,
Yes.
really kind of trying to push for that as people go out partying. Talk a little bit about the 5K with our last minute or so here.
Okay, all right. So COPLine is a nonprofit organization, and it's supported solely by sponsors, donations, and 3 events a year that's fundraisers. One of them is Run for the Call. It's a 5K. It's held in New Jersey and now in Carlsbad at 3179 Carlsbad Boulevard. It's held December 31st on New Year's at midnight, and we run at midnight. And it is to honor police officers who wore the badge in honor and dignity. And it's a way to bring in the new year healthy and sober and safe.
There we go. And it's one of those, too, where it's all helping for that cause to raise money, one of those 3 events. So definitely something to give back.
It is, definitely.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being with
I
us.
appreciate
We're so
it. Thank you
excited.
so
And
much.
everybody that's out there, we hope they go out and run. And what a perfect time to do it.
You got, and I got armbands for everybody, too.
Oh,
so
love it. Looky there. Going home without empty-handed.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
Come on down.
Exactly.
All right, thank
All
you.
right. Well, hopefully that rain is not